Okay, this video is going to be on how to determine if a function actually has an inverse or not. And one really quick test for that is to do what they call the horizontal line test. So the quick test to see if there is an inverse, to see if a function has an inverse, is to use the horizontal line test. That says horizontal line test. Sorry, it's kind of chopped off. Cami also dropped my parentheses, so make sure you put parentheses in all of those places. And there we go. So the best way to do this is to use your graphing calculator. So what I would want you to do is plug the function into the graphing calculator. So if you plug A into the graphing calculator, you get a rough, I'm going to make a rough sketch, but the graph looks something like this. Oh, it's supposed to be a lot more nicely done, but that's just not going to work for me, sorry. So anyways, this is what the graph looks like. Now remember, for inverses, your x's and y's are switched, and so that's why we use the horizontal line test. Normally, to test to see if you have a function, is you use the vertical line test. For every x value, there's a y value, one y value. But for the inverse, you have to switch it. So we are checking for every y value that there is actually only one x value. And so when you draw a horizontal line anywhere on the graph, it's supposed to only hit the graph one time. Well, this particular function fails that horizontal line test. So does this function have an inverse? There is no inverse, and that's because it fails the horizontal line test. And that means for each one of those y values, you have more than one x value. So for example, here's the y value of 1. It has an x value over here and over here. Like maybe that's -3 and +3. I don't think that is, but I'm just trying to give you the gist of it. If you take a look at the second one, the graph, this is a graph of a cubic shifted 5 units to the left. And so that graph looks like this. Well, if you draw a horizontal line through there, anywhere you draw a horizontal line, this is hitting the graph only one time. And so that means for every y value, there's one x value. So this does have an inverse because it passes the horizontal line test. If you take a look at the last one, if you plug that into your graphing calculator, you would see that it kind of looks something like this. And again, rough sketch. And this one, if you do the horizontal line test, it looks like kind of fine here, 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 here. When you get to here, it's failing right here. For that y value, you have all these x values. Same thing down here. And so this one does not have an inverse either. And the reason why this becomes a big deal is when we get to kind of our examples that we're going to do together when I see you next. So thank you.